Kapha dosha is the combination of earth and water elements. These are the heaviest and densest of the two elements, and that also manifests in Kapha dosha. So Kapha is the principle of structure and stability. Our whole skeletal system is an element of a manifestation of this earth element that gives us that structure and stability in the body. So, Kapha individuals, if we start to look at their physical constitution or makeup, they might be more prone to having heavier bone structure, more prone to being overweight when they go out of balance. This doesn't mean that all Kapha people are overweight. It just means that Kapha individuals are going to be more prone to gaining weight than the other two doshas. And when they gain the weight, it's harder to let that go. So that can be a real struggle for them. Kapha people in general have really strong physiques and strong stamina. They're built for endurance. A Vata person might start to run that marathon and they do good with sprinting. They get tired very fast. A Pitta person has a little bit more stamina for that endurance, for that running that marathon. But a Kapha individual can run that marathon, not be tired, and have plenty of energy afterwards. So Kapha people have really strong immune systems, strong endurance, strong stamina. This is really a strength of theirs. Mentally, Kapha individuals might be more prone to that heavy Kapha energy kind of weighing them down. So they can feel physically and mentally sluggish. It can be hard for them to get motivated, to get inspired. They do really well with an exercise buddy as someone to kind of motivate them to go out for that run, to go out for that walk. But left on their own, it might be a real struggle for them. So Kapha people are more prone to depression. They are more prone to lack of motivation. Once again, this doesn't mean all Kapha people are depressed. It just means when Kapha is under stress, those people are more prone to depression than the other, than Vata or Pitta types. And so this is something for them to be aware of. Seasonal affective disorder, really important for Kapha people in the wintertime to get their sunshine, because they might be more prone to that mental emotional imbalance as well. So Kapha people in general are going to be very cheerful. They're very loving. They're very compassionate. They're really kind and warm and generous. So you always want to have Kapha people on your side. They're very giving. They also can be very forgiving sometimes. And so it's really positive Kapha traits like that make Kapha people just wonderful humans to be around. We all need those kind of loving personalities in our lives. For Kapha people, sometimes they might overextend themselves by giving too much, always taking care of other people and then neglecting themselves. So that's a good reminder for Kapha people to hear that, to make sure they don't overextend themselves. And the same amount of energy they give to giving, to loving other people, they want to have that same type of giving quality to love themselves as well. So they can tend to be kind of hard on themselves. Physically, Kapha people might be more prone to asthma, lung congestion, respiratory issues. They're more prone to sinus issues, sinus headaches. So that's something for them to be aware of. They might be more prone to allergies, seasonal allergies. Kapha people also are really good sleepers. They can sleep very deeply, sleep through the night. They might sleep more than 8 hours a night and do really well with that. But they actually require the least amount of sleep. But Kapha people don't really want you to mess with their sleep. They also don't want you to mess with their food. They tend to be more prone to having a sweet tooth. They love candies, cookie, and chocolate. You don't want to take that away from them, but it'd be good for Kapha people to kind of curb that sweet tooth a little bit if they can. They might be more prone to diabetes down the road. They're more prone to slow and sluggish metabolism that makes them prone to gaining that weight as well. Um, the biggest challenge for Kapha people is to avoid having a sedentary lifestyle. They really need to motivate, to move. That's really, really important for them. So that's a little overview of the Kapha individual, some of the positive and negative traits physically and mentally and emotionally. If you are a Kapha individual, I encourage you to think about what are some things that you can do to stay in balance, to work preventively from that Kapha dosha building up. One of the most important suggestions for Kapha is moving, getting that exercise, making that part of your daily routine is really important. Getting sunshine is also really important for them. And diet-wise, eating foods that are lighter. Anything really heavy is going to weigh them down. So having fruits is really great for Kapha individuals. Trying to minimize or eliminate meats, which is going to be really heavy and more toxic on their system, is really important. Ginger is a great spice for Kapha individuals to put into their diet every day. It's going to rev up their metabolism. It's going to help with energizing their system as well, and it has a nice lightening effect. In general, all spices are going to be good for creating movement in our digestive system and creating movement for Kapha individuals in particular. So I hope you'll use some of that Kapha wisdom to help balance your own Kapha.